Hillary Bank, who was a puffer, a reporter who looked for old stories and tried to puff them up, give them a second leaf on life with a new twist. Over drinks, Bailey decided that she felt comfortable with Hillary Blank, so they retired to her suite where she would give her interview. So she began to think back to the beginning. Billy Byte stepped off of her recharging platform. She stretched her arms up over her head as she stared approvingly at the mirror, and then got ready to greet the day, when suddenly she heard a sound down the hallway. No one else should be in her apartment, but her. Could someone have accessed her safety protocols and be in her apartment while she had slept? She wondered as she switched to defensive mode. Her housing unit's AI should have alerted her when she was still on her recharging platform of an intruder alert, so she went to investigate, and there was a person without dimension standing in her kitchen, pouring herself a glass of orange juice. "Hello," said the ghost. "What is going on here?" asked Bailey Byte. "Don't worry, I am not really drinking the orange juice, I'm just imagining it. It's been so long since I have been in a modern apartment." "How do you rate this?" she asked. "What do you mean? Who are you? You're not real?" "I am real." "No, you're not, or else the AI would be registering you. Have I lost my mind?" "Haven't you ever heard of a ghost in the machine?" "No." "Well, not all of your parts are organic, and when old parts get reused, the cyber parts will sometimes have a glitch in them, a memory from a previous host. When old memories from previous owners are reactivated." "Is that true?" asked Bailey. "My cyber parts were harvested. They weren't. They weren't new. Jesus, I keep hitting this thing. Okay, let me go. Defensive mode. So she went to investigate, and there was a person without dimension. Okay, don't worry. I'm not really drinking the orange juice. I'm just imagining drinking the orange juice." "What do you mean? Who are you?" Well, not all of your parts are organic, and when old parts get reused, the cyber parts will sometimes have a glitch in them, when old memories from previous owners are reactivated. "Is that true?" asked Bailey. "My cyber parts have been harvested from previous owners and reused? I never knew that." Accessing. Deep search. There's no record that they've been reused. And she also could not find any entry concerning ghosts in the machine, or of harvesting parts having been used in the construction of a robot body. "Don't worry," said the ghost. "I am not a ghost in the machine anyways, and you're not going crazy." "Geez," said the ghost, "you're so gullible. I am not a real ghost in the machine. It's just the first thing I would have thought of. As best I can surmise, I crash-landed on this planet. My robot body must have separated from my cybernetic human head, and for some reason it cannot reattach itself to my head, and when that happens, my higher functions are shut down to preserve my power reserves, and I use my subconscious mind to project my dreamwalker self in search of assistance. Hopefully my ship's AI must have placed my head in a stasis field to keep me alive this long and powered, while my subconscious dreamwalker self searched for someone with the ability to someone with second sight, who can sense my presence and I can communicate with to help me find a replacement robot body and find my ship So it sent me out, the subconscious dreamwalker self of me anyways, in search of the cyber organic that can sense me, and if it can, that means that its cyber connection relays will respond to my military override commands, so I can then take over its robot body while its cyber organic head is placed into a deep sleep, while I take over and use its cyber organic robot body to construct a new robot body for myself. Then I release it unharmed. You wouldn't, said Bailey Byte. No, don't worry, I wouldn't, said the ghost, but that doesn't change the fact that you are the first person on this planet I have found that can sense me, which means that I could initiate the military override command if I had to, but I would much prefer to ask you for your conscious assistance, which means less damage to your cyber organic brain. I need your assistance to beg, borrow, or steal a new robot body for me. Why? Asked Bailey. Why am I asking you, or why should you help me? No, yes, I mean, why not just initiate the military override and force my compliance? Because my faith prevents me from doing so. I am a believer that we still have souls, and what little bits of us are still human will one day stand before God, even though the military override command will self-delete, and you will have no memory of the encounter. Your cybernetic code will have been restored to an earlier date, causing glitches to your programming, which will over time inevitably lead to cascading systems failure. And for members of the Church of the Source Code, that is murder. So even though I have never once overridden a cyber-organic robot, and I never will. Usually I can reanimate a newly deceased robot body long enough to get it to return to my ship to repair my cyber-organic robot body, or if repair is impossible, to remove the deceased cyber-organic head and place my head upon its robot body's shoulders. And then I'm just good to go. I can jump back into the captain's chair and start barking out orders at my AI. And by this time, the ship should have self-repaired, and I'd be able to blast off of this rock pronto. So why did you pick me? Asked Billy Byte. Simply because you said, "Excuse me," when you brushed past me yesterday on the street. I did? Yes, you did, said the ghost. I followed you back here. That is when I realized that you could see me. So you're the first person, robot-modified person, or enhanced, whatever the heck you are called on this planet, that I have seen since I crash-landed here on this place called Earth that can sense me. And thank God Almighty you can, because you don't know how long I've searched for someone who could see me. Walking these streets, so much time has gone by, said the ghost. Then after a moment's reflection, said, which means that you are my ticket off this rock. Please, you've got to help me. Well, said Billy, by people with the ability you describe to override someone's code on my planet, they're called cyber witches, said Bailey Byte. I am no witch, said the ghost. I am a scientist, and you are going to build me a body, something I can live in until I can reach the closest space station on my way home. If the ship had repaired my robot body, my cybernetic head would have been brought out of stasis and I would have vanished by now. So it's a pretty good bet that I am going to have to live in the robot body that you are going to construct for me until I reach my home world. So I'm going to have to insist on all of the bells and whistles to be included in this one-of-a-kind model. Then after I've thanked you for your assistance and paid you handsomely with technology far more advanced than anything on your planet, and you've returned to your life, I will journey home to my world, my life, to my family, and I will have a closet full of robot bodies to choose from for my cybernetic human head to wear, depending upon my mood. And as a reward to you, I will send you a state-of-the-art robot body once I get home. And now we have got to locate my ship. It could be anywhere. Again, using science, I should be able to locate it easily. But given what passes for science on this planet, God help me, I can't believe what passes as science on your world. No offense, none taken, said Billy Byte. It's just I don't see any art or beauty in the things your people make here. Your science is without art and beauty.